What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ty Shine, aka coldlabz, on social media. In the last video, we learned about loops, prompts, and intervals. But in this video, we're going to learn about switches and functions. Function is a very important thing when it comes to programming. When it comes to a function, the primary purpose of a function is to store code, a block of code, and use it again for later. Sometimes when you write in functions, you could actually make an input inside of the function and make it give you a different output. Unlike a string, a function can have certain properties that change certain properties for other parts of coding. So instead of talking about it, how about we just jump into action? When it comes to writing a function, there's two different ways. So we're going to start with the first one. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring up our browser. Let's go back to jsbin.com. Alright, seeing that the website loaded, let's make sure we click on the HTML tab and the CSS tab, and then let's click on the console tab. Within the JavaScript tab, let's write function space human open close brackets and then the curly brackets. Now with that being said, let's go inside of that function and let's type console.log. I have some legs. You notice this time nothing happens in the console. The reason behind that is because you have to actually call the function, and the way you call the function is by actually writing the name of the function and then the open close brackets, and then it's actually performed. We can even write like a if else statement or a for loop or a while loop or anything inside of there. So let's go ahead and try something out. If 6 is less than 7, console.log 6 is less than 7. Else if 5 is less than 6, console.log 5 is less than 6. Else, let's say we got a problem. Notice inside the console everything's been updated every time that we input more information. But this could actually be a problem. What if you wanted to actually execute some code to do something? The console is not going to perform the action needed. The console mainly is for troubleshooting issues. So if you wanted to do something other than troubleshooting issues, you type the word return instead. So let's go ahead and do return. Let's erase everything inside of this first and write something brand new. Function wj open close and then the curly braces, go inside of it, hit the enter. Inside these curved braces right here, let's just write the letter P. And after writing P, let's go down to the curly braces, hit enter, and then type the word return P plus 6. P represents the input that we're going to put inside once we call that function. P is subject to change, while 6 is going to remain the same. So let's go ahead and create a variable that calls the actual function. Let's do can equals wj4 and team equals wj18. Now if we do console.log on team and console.log on can, you notice that you get the output plus 6. How about we just do console.log on one line? How's that done? It's very simple. Let's delete the bottom line and just put comma behind the word can and type team. Then you get the same results. So what if you want to put a string in there? What do you think is going to happen? Let's make a new variable and call it pop and to put equals wj dab, and then let's do console.log. You notice that this become one conjoined word again, what you call the word concatenate. Therefore it says dad6. So what if we wanted to type if else statements and inputs and stuff like that inside of a function? Can that stuff be stored in there for later use? Let's find out. Let's erase all the stuff we got on here and let's create a new function. Call it cat with a K. But the parameter that we want to put inside of that, let's call it we. So if we is less than 10, let's return we plus is less than 10. Else if we is less than 15, return we plus is less than 15. Else return we must be greater than 15. So this time, instead of typing console.log, let's just go over to the console section and type cat and then put a number in. I'm going to put 8. See my current output, but watch when I put 13. Okay, you guys see what we get. Now let's go ahead and put something that's higher than 15 and watch that change as well. Now you see the reason that this is different is because we programmed the function to have 3 different outputs. So I said that a function can be written differently too. You can even write a function into a variable. So let's do that. Variable a equals function, and let's have it return hello world. Now let's go over to the console and let's call the function a. Notice it says hello world. I'm going to double back on this with more information a little bit later on, but let's move on. So what's the switch statement? The switch statement is faster, but it is similar to a if-else statement. It also has predefined code, and the switch statement is only activated once the condition has been met. So let's start writing the switch statement. You need to write switch, then open curly braces, then type the word case, this, and then a word break, and you must end it like this. So right here next to the switch, this is what the switch is looking for, and this is what's going to activate the code. Let's just go ahead and type a number in there. I'm going to go with 18. Alright, next to the spot where it says kset, make a space right there and type the number 18. But on the other side, let's go ahead and type console.log and hi. So what if the condition isn't met? How does that turn out? What you need to do is type the word default, go to the next line, and then type something. So in this case, let's type console.log. It didn't work out for us. And now I want you to go up to where it says 90 next to the switch and type like 23. And as you see, it now gives us that error. It didn't work out for us because it's searching for the number 23 and there's nowhere to be found in the code. And the default is the backup plan for when something doesn't go right and the condition isn't met. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. So we talked about functions and how you can save a function inside a variable, and how you can make more inputs using a function, and how a function can be reused. And we also talked about the switch statement and how it searches for certain conditions to be met, and when things aren't met, it falls back on the default. In this next video, we're going to make a project. How about we do a project about a tax calculator? Do you think you can make that happen? I'm going to show you my results and hopefully you have something similar to what I got. See you in the next video.